America, 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 4th of July, America, America, burgers, hot dogs, racism, burgers, hot dogs, America, 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 fireworks, trouble with China. Rocket launcher is that weapon that you can just always go to and not really be mad at it when you die and not be overly excited when you kill someone with it. Because it's not that rewarding, but it's not that down-putting. I don't know how to say it, but if you use this, you're good and bad. It really depends on your level or how new you are to TF2 or TC2 in general. But they're usually on the mid scale to average. The big bite is in a kind of dilemma where it's that reskin that people use, but you never really know why they use it. They don't have a strange of it. They just use it. They could have a strange rocket launcher, a strange original, but they'll still use the big bite. Maybe because of the sounds, because of the ushy gushy when you're reloading or something. I don't know, but it's the same stereotype. The original is the reskin for people that think they're good because it's the same stereotype as the original in TF2. The rockets come from the middle, so it's better. It's in the middle, so you can see on your left or right or whatever, but it's just a reskin, and it's the same stereotype. You use this, you think you're better than you actually are. You're still the same skill level as everyone else, mostly. This weapon is actually pretty good if you know how to use it, especially when you're using the Parabomber and the Market Gardener, because if you stay in the air longer, the fire rate is increased because of the stats, and you stay in the air longer because of the Parabomber, so you can reload more in the air, yada yada yada. This weapon is good, but many bad players use it because they don't know how to rocket jump, or they don't know how to stay in the air long enough to shoot all their rockets out. Black Box, Blackhawks, same thing. This weapon is alright. At one less rocket isn't really a good trade-off for a max of 20 health back on hit. If they increased the health return, depending on how much damage you did, and probably like halved it, to where like if you did 90 damage, you'd get 45 health back. If they did that, the weapon would be more viable. But this weapon is never really used, so the people that are using it are bad players mostly. This weapon's actually pretty good. If you know how to time your shots right, the extra bullet you get, and the big charge when you use all of them at once with right click is really overpowered because of the afterburn and how much damage the rockets do in general. So this weapon is usually used by good people who know how to use the buff banner mostly. I see this with the buff banner a lot. The direct hit is for people who really don't like when engineers camp and turtle up on the intel, the point, whatever. They really, really hate engineers or scouts or just any light class in general, because this thing shreds. Like, it will insta-kill anything, especially when they use it with the buff banner. It's insane. So, people that use this are probably really bad and can't aim, or they're really good and can aim, and that you want to change servers. This is just a reskin of the direct hit. Same stereotype, same people, apart from the fact that they usually make it strange, unlike the big bite. They make it strange because they think it's cooler, probably because of the sounds, the way it looks, the way the actual explosions are firework explosions instead of regular ones, but it's all the same stereotype. This weapon is actually alright. It's not as bad as you'd think. One shot with 2 rockets each time. It's honestly a lot better than people put it up to be. You just have to be able to aim, predict with the slower rocket movement speed. If you use this with like the buff banner or battalions or of those, it's actually really good. So they probably know how good it is if they're using it.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
America, 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 Eagle Screech. America, 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 hot dogs, America, and they use the market gardener.
I know what the G-bomb is. It's like...
For the summer update, I probably would have shit on this weapon a lot because I really hated it with the extra damage and people using the buff banner with it. But now when people use the buff banner with it, I kind of respect it because of the nerfs. I mean, faster reload speed and more faster reload speed, and you get an extra rocket, and all that is little, like a damage penalty, like a small one. I'm kind of respect it. If you use this weapon, you're probably doing Trollper, whatever you want to call it. My favorite playstyle, because I really love bashing people's skulls in with a shovel. Most people who use this are Trollpers or Trollgers, whatever. But sometimes they're just people who don't realize that it does no damage, and they try to rocket jump, and then they try to kill people, and then they die. This weapon's good at rocket jumping, or like doing huge bursts of damage to nests or stuff like that, especially with the buff banner, or using the battalions. You can get rid of sentry nest easily, so either you know how to use this weapon, or you blow yourself up because you don't know that you have to release to shoot it. Most people use this with the Boonie Blaster and the Tunnel Rat to do their Vietnam loadout, and I do that too because I'm a basic bitch, if you haven't known already. This is honestly good if you're just running around doing moderately overweight scout or something like that, but it's not that viable. So the people who are using it are probably bad, or they know what they're doing with the Boonie Blaster. I can't even shit on this weapon because it's actually way too good. If you're up close when rocket jumping, like you rocket jump into someone and you're up close, you can deal great bursts of damage. So either you're a new player and don't know what you're doing, or you're insanely good at the game, or you're just moderate and like using stock. It's fun too. This is the reskin that everybody uses during the summer update of last year, because no one uses this anymore. I only used it for the clip. It's just the shotgun, but a reskin. The only people that are using it are the people who use their Strangifier on it. So, the same stereotypes apply. Great burst of damage, everything. Soldier has way too many reskins. This is the same stereotype as the Armington shotgun. The shotgun is actually a lot more viable on Pyro, but it is good on Soldier if you know how to rocket jump well, because if you get around the map, the extra ammo it gives you and the more damage it gives it helps a lot when rocket jumping around the map with a shotgun. So if you want to use a shotgun and rocket jump around, you should use this. Again, this is a lot more viable on Pyro, but it is still really good on Soldier. If you don't want to use the Bullet Stormer, you should use this on Soldier, probably with the Foiler or the Rocket Jumper, because it's really good at putting out damage. So, yeah, probably really good if you know how to use this, because you have to hold it down. It's like the Wrecker's Yard, pretty much. And another shotgun, more viable on Pyro, but I'd put this higher than the Crankenstein, but still below the Bullet Stormer. It's really good if you know how to use it and know how to get around the map because of the instant reload on kills. So you probably know how to use the shotguns in general if you're doing this playstyle with rocket launcher, shotgun, whatever. This is for people who want to put out massive damage, but they don't want to use the Bullet Stormer or the Deathblow or the Crankenstein. They rather use this because it has more ammo and a faster fire rate, which I completely understand. People who use this are self-aware and know what to do in certain situations, just like how shotguns should be, so. I've only seen one guy use this recently, and it was like a week ago. No one uses this, and when they do, they just use it like a regular shotgun. They don't use the mini crits on blasted targets, so it's just the regular shotgun with benefits, so it's never really used. So if they're using this, they're probably bad, but if they're good, you might want to watch out. This weapon honestly isn't bad at all. I have a friend who is actually insane with it. It's like the revolver, but better. It kind of sucks now because they nerfed it. They didn't nerf it. They accidentally got rid of the extra ammo it's supposed to give you. It's supposed to give you extra bullets, 2 extra, but they glitched and got rid of it, so it's just the revolver. It's really good. Most people use it. It's like the Tunnel Rat and Foiler, like how the Foiler stereotype was. So probably good. This weapon is really good if you have an annoying engineer on the enemy team, or you have a really good sniper on the enemy team, because it shuts them down instantly. Sentry guns, gone. Snipers, lives are ruined. You can devastate people with this, but not many people use it because it's overshined, mostly by the buff banner, because of the reload speed and the damage it gives you. But Battalion users are really good. People that use this are probably really confident and also use the escape plan, because when they get themselves into situations they really shouldn't have and then they win, they use the get the fuck away from me weapon and run away with the escape plan. This weapon is actually really viable. It's not a weapon, it's a utility. It's really good in stressful situations. If you gotta get out, if you need health, anything. It's like a little mini pocket medic. Unless you use it with the black box, because then I hope you suck a dick. Like I said earlier, this is normally used with the aerial bomber and the market gardener. Lets you stay in the air, yada yada yada. Most people just use this with the aerial bomber. Other than that, it's never used unless it's a bad player who's trying to learn how to rocket jump. This person knows how to rocket jump, but they don't want to use the rocket jumper and Mantreads to be able to market garden people, because they want another way to deal damage without handicapping themselves to only melee damage. And I honestly respect that. They're really fun to use, especially with any rocket launcher, really. I don't know why, but I see people use this with the rocket jumper instead of any other rocket. At the end of this clip, I actually get a stomp kill, which is really cool. Not the main point. Mantreads are normally used by people who are soldiering with the rocket jumper and market gardener. It's the default setup. My favorite playstyle, only playstyle. Honestly, if you use these, you're probably really fun to talk to. And just enjoy me stomping someone with these, by the way. This weapon actually has a use, being a stock weapon. It's fast, it's deployed faster, and you take less knockback from air blast, which is actually really helpful. So it's really good to use against annoying ass pyros. So if they use this, they're either a new player or they realize the upsides of the crowbar. This clip will just explain the weapon entirely, so I'm just gonna shut up.
That's bonkers. Oh fuck. Come on, Aiden. Oh, I'm about to die.
Medic run! Medic run! Medic run! Medic run! Just run! Just run, medic, run!
Coming, Aiden.
Dude, the fucking whip! The fucking whip! This weapon is actually pretty good if you're confident in melee range, because you hit yourself when you miss, but you do more damage if you hit them, and if you're lower. You do more damage in general, actually, with the 15 extra damage, so it's really good and viable. Not many people use it,
Don't worry about that, Aiden.
so I don't know why. You can do some crazy rollouts too. It's awesome. This is the get the fuck away from me, bitch. I'm way too low to fight. This is for people who want to really get out of fights. They're probably confident going into fights, but they're not confident enough to stay into fights, so they run away with this weapon when they get too low. So they're probably mid-scale skill. It's not the weapon I'd use if I were you, but that's my opinion. And I'm a little biased, having 100 hours on Soldier. I don't use this weapon a lot. I assume it's good because a lot of people do. It's probably because of the extra capture rate and the move speed, but I don't think bullet damage vulnerability is really worth it because of how many weapons are actually bullet damage. But if you use this, you're probably really confident in melee fights with people that shoot bullets instead of projectiles, and I really respect that. The katana is really viable. The health on kill and the ability to insta-kill people who are using the katana or sunrising katana. And speaking of, why the fuck is that so rare? Rolf, please, I just want a sunrising katana. I'll do anything. I'll suck your dick! Like I said with the foiler and the Boonie Blaster, this is usually used with both of those for the Vietnam loadout. And honestly, it's really viable. The quick firing speed, the bleed, it's really good, especially in bosses. That's where I normally use it. I've killed like 10 bosses with it. It's insane. But yeah, you should probably use this. If you haven't, give it a whirl. Give it a spin. Give it a try. I use this weapon so much, I'm just going to give you guys a little compilation of me market gardening people for the end of this video. So yeah, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Expect arsonist stereotypes in about maybe a week or two. I don't know, I've got school and stuff, but yeah. Sub if you want.